Back in the desert, and here we go. We've been waiting for it. It is the preseason, but LeBron James and LeBron James Jr. are on the floor at the same time.
That is nice. That's really nice.
As they're right next to each other. Of course, they've been playing against each other and with each other the entire time during training camp, and now an opportunity to play here in this preseason game. Again, it will be official in the regular season, but as we said, this is cool to see, and we'll take a close eye and keep a close eye on it. Here's Beal, and that's dropped out of bounds. Now, Bronny did not shoot it well the other night. It was just 1 for 6 and was scoreless until the end of the game. I talked about the Grippies, and of course, Dory and his sons Mark and Marty, Ted Nesser. That goes way back. I mean, way back.
Yo, what's up, man? This is JB for the Executive Mindset. And I want to tap in and talk about Bronny James. Bronny James with his dad, LeBron James, on the court for the first time in a preseason game. It's not a regular season game, but hey, it counts. It's a moment. Salute to LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, usually I have some jokes about LeBron fans and stuff like that, but this is a real cool moment. And for me, having 3 boys of my own, I can only imagine the amount of pride that he has, for his son being on the court with him, with LeBron being as elite as he's been since he's been in the league, and his son having a dream of being in the NBA, doing something he's seen his dad do since he's been born. So that's great. That's great to see. That's great for the game. That's great for us. That's great for, everybody involved. And the nepotism part about it, I have no issue with that. The nepotism, other races have benefited for years. And, I think is cool. I think we're about due. And LeBron has all the leverage in the world to do what he did to get his son drafted. Not only leverage being the most recognizable face on the planet as far as basketball goes, but also having an elite free agent company with Rich Paul, which he's killing it, doing his thing. He's probably the number 1 guy in his industry as well. So all the factors come together, and you have Bronny James getting drafted 55th overall in the draft, which any other circumstances he probably doesn't get drafted, but it is what it is, and it happens. So now that I get that out the way, Bronny James got drafted too soon. He got drafted too soon. Not drafted as far as where he went to in the draft, but just got to the NBA too soon. Like, looking at the photo, it's great seeing father and son out there in the court together. It's a beautiful thing, man. Photos, I saw LeBron did a whole rollout on Instagram with music in the background and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a dope moment. So, but now it's like, it seems that we're to the part now where the basketball should matter. And just, quite frankly, like, Bronny James is not an NBA player today, in my view. Like, I believe he has the talent. When you see him on the court, he kind of pops out with his talent and other things. His movement, he's very fluid. He can jump. He's real athletic. You know what I mean? But keep it a buck, like, anybody, I was talking to my homie Rod about this. Like, I think that any player in the NBA that's 6'1", 6'2", I think he measured around 6'2" in the draft combine. If you're 6'2" and going to the NBA and only had 1 year in college, like, you're usually phenomenal. You know what I mean? Either with your height, well, not even your height, you're 6'2" or 6'3", that's just what it is. But pretty much your talent, you have a skill that's like immediately transferable to the league right then. Usually you don't see kids that small, 1 or 2, 6'1" or 6'2", coming to the league like that, unless they put up great numbers in college. You know what I mean? Or they're just, like an otherworldly type of talent. And honestly, Bronny James is not either one of those. You know what I mean? He didn't have any type of good or great numbers in college. His talent is good. It's not elite or great. So it's hard to see his game transfer to the league immediately. Like, I think he can potentially be a productive player in the league on down the line. But as far as right now, we get all the hugs and kisses out the way with LeBron and him being on the court together, which that's a good moment. They got a lot of photo ops. It's a good story. It's officially in the history books now. But now it's about seeing how that translates on the court and seeing if he can actually help a Lakers team, which I thought had title aspirations, but they're kind of playing the whole family game and putting Bronny James in there, which kind of, to me, it kind of points to that the Lakers aren't really that serious in winning a title if you're giving up a roster spot to Bronny James at this point, because I don't believe he can actually help out an NBA team now. And I saw the article ESPN put out about set up for failure, talking about Bronny James, and you had a lot of Eastern Conference, Western Conference scouts talk about him, basically saying things that a lot of us already knew, a lot of us was already thinking, but then it just goes to another level once you have people that's their profession to scout players, to look at certain details of the game, movements and stuff like that, to really analyze it. And so they pretty much said what everybody always thought anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even call Bronny James a failure right now because he's still super young. He's too young to even put that type of label on him right now. But it's clear to see why he's on the NBA roster, is on the team right now, is because who his daddy is and who his daddy means to the game and that franchise. So I just hate it for the kid because I hope he has tough skin. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's seen his face plastered all on YouTube with videos and stuff like this, and some of it is bashing, but I want to be respectful as possible, but still kind of tell it like it is. So, what do y'all think about this, man? Y'all think that Bronny was chosen too soon, meaning chosen not in the draft too soon, but he's just in the NBA too soon? I'm thinking he's 2 or 3 years earlier in the league than he probably should be. I think if he had about 3 years in college, this would probably be exactly where he needs to be and probably would be usable for an NBA franchise at that time, you know. But right now, you know, I think he should be G League bound, but at the end, it's going to be JJ Redick's LeBron's call. So tell me what y'all think about that, man. Until next time, y'all, salute.